Hi, I'm Eric Heinekamp, the Transformational General Presbyter and Stated Clerk for Black Hawk Presbytery. Thanks for taking some time to watch this short video that provides an overview of our Presbytery Assembly meetings. I get the opportunity to meet with lots of congregational leaders, and one of the things you may have heard me say is that there are three things that make Presbyterians unique. First, we're constitutional. Our Constitution includes the Book of Confession, which documents what we believe, and the Book of Order, which guides how we operate. Second, our congregations and leaders are connected, which means we don't have to do things on our own. Our churches are better when we do things together, and the presbytery provides resources so we don't have to start from scratch. Finally, we're representative, which means we choose leaders to make decisions on our behalf. Our congregations elect elders for session. Congregations also elect commissioners to the presbytery, and the presbytery elects commissioners to the synod and the General Assembly. We're a bottom-up organization, not tops-down. I mention these characteristics because each is a key aspect of why we come together for Presbytery Assembly meetings. Black Hawk Presbytery holds assembly meetings 5 times each year, usually on a Tuesday morning. For nearly 2 years, all meetings have been on Zoom. Our current schedule is 1 meeting only on Zoom, 1 only in person, and the others in a hybrid format where you can be in person or on Zoom. A key purpose of assembly meetings is to make important decisions that may affect our congregations. Some examples are setting the annual per capita rate and approving candidates seeking to be ministers. But making decisions isn't the only thing we do at presbytery meetings. We start each meeting with worship, including a sermon and the Lord's Supper. We provide educational opportunities, and we frequently have small group discussions. We celebrate new pastor calls and honor members who are retiring. If you're a minister new to Black Hawk or have been elected as a commissioner, the rest of this video is about what to expect at Presbytery Assembly meetings. The process starts with a call to the meeting, which is sent out about 2 weeks prior to each assembly. The notice gives the date, the time, and place of the meeting. The call comes in the form of an email newsletter, which includes a link for people to register for the meeting. We ask that all attendees register, whether they're joining virtually or in person. About 1 week prior to the meeting, we publish all the documents that you'll need for the meeting. This includes the agenda and any handouts such as committee reports, motions, or financial reports. You can find these on our website, which is blackhawkpresbytery.org, under the heading Meeting and Events. Our hope is that you'll print out and review these documents prior to the meeting. Our gatherings start at 9:30 a.m. and people are asked to be on time. Meetings in person will include coffee and snacks. The person running the meeting is our elected moderator. My role as stated clerk is to make sure the meeting runs smoothly, answer procedural questions, and create minutes of the meetings. The moderator will open the meeting with prayer and ask if there are any first-time attendees. Feel free to raise your hand and identify yourself if this is your first meeting. We then move to some basic motions like approving the agenda and the minutes of the last meeting. The next section of assembly is worship, which lasts about 40 minutes and includes scripture, a sermon, and communion. For those participating on Zoom, you should prepare bread and juice for the Lord's Supper. We take an offering at each meeting for a specific cause, like camp scholarships or disaster assistance. People can donate by check or on the website. The meeting moves to committee reports. After worship, there'll be brief reports from groups like mission or personnel or finance and property. Committees provide written reports and may bring motions to the presbytery for a vote. The moderator controls the voting process and will ask for a motion and a second if it's needed, and ask for any discussion. Ministers and commissioners may make a comment or ask a question. If you have something to say, please raise your hand and wait until you're recognized by the moderator. When you're called upon, state your name and your congregation. The moderator will keep taking comments and questions until everyone who wants to has a chance to speak. Then we move to a vote. The moderator will generally ask for either a voice vote or another method like raising your hand. Those participating by Zoom will usually be asked to vote using the polling function on Zoom. The moderator will announce if the motion has passed or failed. Presbyterians like to do things decently and in order, and our assembly meetings are a great example of this. We use Robert's Rules of Order to guide our gatherings. Don't worry if you're not familiar with parliamentary procedures. There's a very simple guide to Robert's Rules, again, on our website. It's the moderator's job to make sure everyone gets a chance to speak, and we do things correctly. If you ever have a question on process or are confused, please raise your hand and ask. It's always appropriate to stop the meeting and ask for clarification. The next part of the meeting is likely to be a short learning opportunity. We may have a guest speaker or presentation by one of our groups. We sometimes use this time to break into small groups for a short discussion. We'll next do committee reports and then reports from others like Presbytery staff, Presbytery women, or an update from the Synod of Lincoln Trails. The final section of the meeting is a corporation gathering, which includes a financial report and any matters relating to property or legal issues. We cover a lot of information and activity in a very short time, and our meetings move rather quickly. Each assembly runs about 2.5 hours, and we are almost done on time every time. Meetings will include a break so people can stretch their legs. And we're currently not serving lunch after the meeting, but we may resume doing so in the future. Again, thank you for considering attending one of our presbytery meetings. We can't do this without you because we are constitutional, connected, and representative. Please feel free to reach out to me anytime before or after our presbytery meetings if you have any questions or concerns. You can find my contact information on the website. Again, thank you for being part of our Presbytery Assembly meetings, and blessings on you.